Hey guys, how's it going? Shindo here, and today I wanted to make a video on a new build that I'm playing, which I intend to make it endgame viable. I say this because I'm in a quite difficult stage of my life, and not going into detail, well, I haven't had a lot of time to invest in Path of Exile, and actually take my time to farm currency and take one of my builds into its top potential. So basically what I've been doing is trying out lots of new builds and taking them into about level 80. Why, you ask? Well, since I don't have a lot of time to play the game, I'll just have fun trying skills and builds that I've never played before until I decide to stick with one. Because to be honest, to me, that's the most fun part about Path of Exile. Just the sheer amount of different ways you can play it, and that's why it usually doesn't get boring. Usually. But anyhow, we're here to talk about the build that I'm currently playing, and that I plan on actually going through with it until it's complete, at least in my eye, because each person plays the game differently, and when I say complete, you might consider it unfinished and weak. But the build that I'm playing is the exact one you're seeing in the screen, a Herald of Blade of Vortex build, an Elementalist witch. Yes, I have played Blade Vortex in the past, more specifically once, but it was a critical Blade Vortex Shadow Assassin. For the people that don't understand the difference, well, even though it's the same skill, it differs in the way you build it, because as the name says, Elementalist, it focuses a lot in elemental damage, mainly cold, but at the same time, a critical strike is really important as well. At the time this video goes live, I've probably started the mapping phase, since right now I'm in Act 9 and I'll probably will have the gear to start mapping because I still have most of my leveling gear equipped. So I can't go into detail on what I'm going to use later on, but to help my progression, I'm following a guide to this build that will be linked in the description that has all the information necessary to play this. But I'll still talk about the leveling just in case you're interested or if you just don't like to read. Well, for leveling, if you want to use Blade Vortex as I did, you will need to have rings or amulets with dexterity in them, since this is a very hard attribute to get in this class. And I will also advise you to have a ring that takes at least -7 mana from skills. This will make your life a lot easier when it comes to mana management, because if you don't have this, well, you'll probably break your headsets by hearing your character say all the time,
I don't have enough spirit.
Remember, if you're a new player or simply want things more detailed, well, all the tiny details like specific rings or items will be in the guide in the description. If you're going to use Blade Vortex to level, then these are the gems you will use throughout your leveling of the skill. Try to get the Val version, because trust me, it helps a lot in bosses. Link it with Physical to Lightning, Faster Casting, and Control Destruction. At level 31 you can link it with Hypothermia, but only if you have bought a Hrim Sorrow glove. It's mandatory, by the way. Later on, when your crit numbers are starting to shine, you can use increased critical damage and efficiency. You can also have Orbo Storms by your side to fight bosses, and a Lightning Golem. When you get to the Act 5, you might want to link this setup to boost your defensive power and attack as well. Cast 1 damage taken at level 1, Immortal Call until level 3, Increased Duration, and Warlord's Mark only until level 5. At level 16, use the 3 Heralds, Cold, Lightning, and Fire. Don't worry with the mana, because the ring, I advise you, it will work very nicely. Also, if mana isn't a problem, well, you can also use Clarity. I also advise you to use a leveling weapon, the unique Axiom Perpetuum. Okay, I think I said that right. Trust me, it will carry you throughout the whole story mode. This is how you will level your character, and it will be a happy and easy playthrough. I must say, this build is very different when you equip an Elder Ring. It's not mandatory, maybe only when you get to the really high tier maps, because it's one of those things that just makes your build 2 times stronger. And by the way, if you actually have one, then I must advise you to check out the guide link, since the build changes a bit when you have this ring. But if you don't, then don't stress it, because personally I don't have one, since it costs up to 50 Chaos Orbs, so you don't need to worry about that just now. The truth is, Blade Vortex is a powerful build, and if you never played it before, then you're in for an amazing experience. So guys, this video is basically the introduction for the build, so wait for an update one in the near future. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did and want to see more Path of Exile content and much more, then don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave a like in the video, because it would mean a lot. This is all for today, and I'll see you guys in the next one. later.